Everybody loves an American bald eagle, or at least I do, because of my feeling of patriotism, and if everybody wants to root for the home team. And that's what our next cause is all about. It is about the idea of nationalism. N stands for nationalism. Nationalism is a devotion to a national or ethnic identity, and it really does include that feeling of patriotism or desire to support the desire of a nation's leaders or a nation. And many times they want to have the best military, so it kind of connects and interweaves with militarism. Now, nationalism can also include the desire for independence from rule by foreign countries. So that means that nationalism could result in the loss of land for some empires, so many were uneasy. Imagine that tomorrow the United States took over Mexico. We took over its government, its schools, its structure. We disallow Spanish to be used for education, and we disallow the use of Spanish in government. Additionally, we limit the rights of our new Mexican citizens and control them. This is basically what was happening to Slavs within the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. Austria-Hungary was dealing with groups inside them that wanted to be independent, and their biggest ally was going to be Russia, because Russia was Slavic itself. This is going to make Austria-Hungary nervous. So not only do we have the rah-rah go our nation home team, but we have the desire to make our own home team and control it. Here you can see, if you look at the map over here, you can see where Bosnia-Herzegovina is. It's underneath the cream Hungary. All the cream and orange areas are Austria-Hungarian territory. Within that area were many Slavs. Now, the country next to it, Serbia, had just gained its independence a few years earlier, and they wanted to make a greater Serbia that would include the Slavs of Bosnia-Herzegovina. But Austria-Hungary would lose that territory if that were to happen. Now, my favorite pie is cherry pie, sour cherry pie, with no sugar. And everyone loves pie. Imagine now at your tables, in your classrooms, if I put a pie at the center that was filled with diamonds and gold, wouldn't you want to grab a piece? Can you imagine the fight that would ensue among people at the table to find the diamond rings and the gold within the pie? This is like dividing up the world, or our next cause, the I in mania for imperialism. Imperialism is like that pie. It's competition for empires, trade, and influence. And basically, they carve up the world trying to get those. Having an empire and a colony is a way to be wealthy and to increase the economic health of your own nation. So they divided Africa between 1880 and 1900, and this led to an economic boom for European countries. You'll notice that within 20 years, all areas were claimed except for Ethiopia and Liberia. Kind of shockingly quick because they had a stronger military. Now, additionally, they did divide up large parts of Asia also. Now, that pot's just about to boil, but it needs one more spark like this dynamite to really explode and cause World War I to start. Let's figure out what that is. It's our last thing in mania. It's our A, the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand on June 28, 1914. Austrian-Hungarian heir was killed by the Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip. Ferdinand was visiting Sarajevo as he would be the future leader of that area. The Black Hand, or Slavic nationalists in Serbia, planned to assassinate him because they wanted to unify southern Slavs. The Black Hand also saw Ferdinand as a threat because he was willing to give Slavs rights, so there would be less of a need for an independent, larger Serbia. The assassins laid in wait along the parade route. Ferdinand's driver turned down the wrong way twice. A bomb was thrown but failed to explode, and then later the backed-up turned around in the alley where Princip was. Ferdinand tried to cover his pregnant wife, Sophia, but both were shot twice. Both were killed.